Hey everyone, and welcome back to Master Sight. Tonight we got game 5, so the finale of Kings of Winter. We're on the top table, and we're gonna face off against a familiar face. That's Jared Holcomb, and he's playing his Ratkin. So let's go ahead and take a look at his list and jump right into the game. So Jared is doing a uh, focusing on a melee version of Ratkin. So this is going to look a little bit different than the one that we played against Michael Sigler earlier in the event. So Jared starts off with the chaff, and that is 4 regiments of warriors. He has 3 hordes of shock troops, all with plague pots and heavy halberds, one of them with the fire oil. He has 2 regiments of tunnel runners, one with J boots, the other with sharpness. He has a death engine impaler, something we don't usually see, but it is still a pretty decent monster. Um, Wish it hit on 3s, but what can you do? Swarm Crier with mounted and with Banechant for the loot. So the Swarm Criers now give elite to tech only, so that's going to be the Tunnel Runners and this Impaler. The infantry do not have the tech keyword. War Chief on foot with a Vicious Aura for infantry only, and he has the Blade of the Beast Slayer. He has Twitch. It was Banechant 3, Hex 3. Not a lot of people see Twitch. Basically, what happened or what Twitch's special ability is when it casts Banechant on a friendly unit, that friendly unit can choose to re-roll all. Basically, after it rolls for its combat damage, it can choose to just say, "Nope, I want to try that again," and essentially hits a redo button, and you roll a whole new set of dice. So if it's on a shock troop horde, you re-roll all 30 attacks and then all your hits to wound, and you have to keep the second result. So it's a good little tech to prevent from a potential bad dice swing. Or if you are going in and really need something to die, but it's not terribly favorable, you could have a little bit better odds by guaranteeing that you're going to get a reroll if you don't roll enough that you think you can break it. So I like Twitch. And then he has Scuds, the Demon Spawn. So it comes out to 14 drops, 27 unit strength, and I believe he is taking the Frost Monster as well. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. There is Jared and his beautiful self. Again, what is this? I think it's the third time we've played since I started doing battle reports. So, yeah. So here is our table, and the scenario is Invade. So, nice and easy one to finish off the day. Terrain wise, we have our impassable buildings, top right, bottom right, obstacles here and on the hill here. This is a little hill, this is another hill. Forests are top left, bottom center, and flats are in each corner. So deployment wise, Jared went pretty heavy on a denied flank. So he has 1, 2, 3 of his regiments of warriors in front here. He has one of the shock troop hordes behind. Tunnel runners. I believe this is the sharpness one. Maybe it's the J boots. I forget exactly. I think it's the sharpness one. Then he has another horde of shock troops. I believe this is the vicious aura character for infantry that inspires as well. He has the mounted BSB. Twitch is here with his last regiment of warriors. And then he has his faster flank. He did put a horde of shock troops out here, but he has the character or the special monster which I forget. I think I got Radiance of Life or Cloak of Death again. I'm pretty sure that's all I took all tournament, which lucky enough to roll those up, but uh, I want to say it was Cloak of Death. So, but he has Demon Spawn and he has the Death Engine Impaler out here. I forget which one Jared rolled up for his. I think it might have been +1 wild charge, but uh, yeah, maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe it didn't matter. I don't remember. So, deployment wise for me, I put Skylord way out on the left. I have an Ancient Regiment here. Got Greater Fire with Fire LEs. Got the Ember Sprites. We're going to do kind of the same thing we did last time. There's a bunch of infantry. There's same speed, speed 6, so they can charge 12-inch shooting, but when it's these little warrior units, I'm not terribly worried about it. Got my um, Frost Monster, Slan, Mage Priest, whatever it's called. Another Ember Sprites, the Horde of Ceremonial Guard, Phoenix. Then I went ahead and doubled down on the fast and heavy hitting stuff on the right to kind of counter his fast flank. So Rakaz with both Scorch Wings and the Rhinosaur Cav are going to play cleanup crew again and just kind of sit behind the lines like they've been doing for most of the games. Just protect the ones that are shooting in front of them. So roll off, and I get the first turn. So I go ahead and fly forward because it's invade. So I go ahead and move up. The Demon Spawn can charge me. I'm shooting the Demon Spawn with both of my regiments here. So if he charges me, I got Rakaz that can come in, and even the Rhinos could come in if I need them to. And on the left, I did not move in range to shoot anything because he can charge me then. And I went up and started trying to go around the flank over here. So I believe I surged up the fire elemental by the end of this. So Jared's turn, and he says, screw it. Last game, have some fun. He's just running forward and he's charging forward. So he went ahead and charged one of the what's it called? The Ember Sprite units with the tunnel runners. Because so quick sidebar. So every round, Jeff, who was running the event, was started the round by announcing who's playing each other, but then he said, this round I have a prize for whoever rolls the first snake eyes. Whoever rolls the first box cars, whoever gets the first rear charge. So if you get it, you call it out. He comes over, he gives you a little door prize. So this one, it was whoever kills the first unit. So I gave Jared a charge, which if he wanted to, he could take, and so he did. The tunnel runners went out there, they killed something. Jared got a prize because this is like 5 minutes into the game. Uh, so I think Jared was a little bit I don't know. He was just having fun, I think is all it was. So he was basically there to roll some dice, see if he can just roll better than me. And that's usually good advice. If you can roll better than your opponent, do that. So, um, and then he charged Scuds into these Scorch Wings out here. So clearly he killed the regiment of Ember Sprites, and he did not kill the birds out here, thankfully. So this is what it looks like after my turn movement, and so I had a flank charge, so I took a flank charge. And then I had what I did was I charged with the horde into the front of these guys before moving the Ember Sprites. So the Ember Sprites now moved out a little ways. Um, and so we get a better positioning here. Mainly what I want to do is just slightly angle them to make sure that the shock troop horde's in the front. But we're shooting at the shock troop horde to try and soften it up as well. And we're also shooting at regiments of rats because if we can waver one of these guys, this horde of shock troops is not going to do anything next turn. So that's our goal over here. On the right, kind of took a little time to see what options I really had, but Jared pushed up so aggressively that I really didn't have good options out here besides flanking Scuds with the with what's his name, the Rakaz. The big thing I was looking at is maybe he can go into the horde and hold them up and hold everything up behind him, but because of the positioning, I was going to be off center, and I'm not killing this horde. So on his turn, he was going to be able to charge my flank, and that'll definitely pick up Rakaz. So yeah, I just landed on, well, it's probably best if we just hit the flank, pick this guy up, turn, and eat the charges after that. Luckily, this unit was not wavered, so it was able to contribute to get some damage in there too. And then I just pivoted and backed up this unit to provide some shooting in towards the center. Um, and I'm out of 12 inches of his, or the, out of charge ranges. I don't think he got wild charge. I forget what he got. Anyway, um, so out of charge range here, and he's not able to get around. Neither of these things are nimble, so nothing else can charge the birds right now. So yeah, so that's where we're landed. Was able to kill the tunnel runners. Also was able to waver this unit of rats, so that is excellent. And then after killing Scuds, because we did get some damage on him from shooting the turn before, I like my odds better on this half of the table because that was his only inspiring. So, and he's not able to really double charge because of the board edge. He'll be able to get the monster and the horde in, but it's really hard for him to double charge anything any other way basically right now. So, yeah, this is what it looks like going into Jared's bottom two. And this is what he settles on. So, on the left, he charges his Blade of the Beast Slayer character into the Fire Ellie. 1, 2 triple charges into the Ceremonial Guard. We're okay with that. And then he pivots to get this guy in his front back here. On the right, he does do that double charge we were looking at, puts him right up to the board edge, and that gives him just enough room to kind of squeeze in here with the tunnel runner so he can threaten to come out this way. Yeah, so I'm okay with this. We're really, limiting his faster units, really bogging him down behind, this horde in this combat here. It's going to be pretty tough to break this shock troop horde because everything I have out here besides Rakaz is affected by the phalanx, and I haven't shot him to do any damage. So yeah, not a great spot for us to be in right now, but it's okay. And oh, I did make some or this is after his turn. So his combats, he doesn't break anything. I believe he wavers Rakaz. Yeah, he wavered Rakaz, which is a pretty big deal. So my turn, I go ahead and jump in with a bunch of stuff here. So the ancients were in the flank of this already damaged and wavered units, so we do that. I had to get the Ember Sprites out of the way so that these guys could charge this regiment. The monster charged this regiment, and then we countercharged the horde. Um, he got us up to something. I don't know how much, but we healed this horde and Radiance of Life it, and so yeah, and then the Cloak of Deaths from everybody's going off here, so we're stacking up the damage. We're doing all right, and we brought in the flank charge from these guys out from the right. Like I said, they didn't really have great targets with the phalanx and everything. So if we can help kill a horde and free up our horde to maybe come over to the right hand side and help, that'll be great. The Rhino Cav went ahead and charged his monster um, before Rakaz had backed out here, but Rakaz went ahead, backed up. We backed up with these guys, and we're just going to shoot a little bit as best we can here. So, yeah, just going pretty quick. So sorry I didn't take pictures, but I killed the regiment, reformed out here. I killed the horde of shock troops and had to do a reform. So this is in the Jared's turn 3 here at this point. And I had reformed to turn around. This unit has the J boots now. I remember because I forced him to be hindered on this one if he wants to take it. So Jared's finishing moves are here. So he charged the Ancients. He countercharged with what he could here. He hit the flank and the front, popping the J boots to try and finish these guys off. He took the horde into the Rhino Cav, which the Rhinos finished off his Frost Monster, so that's good for us. And something I haven't really mentioned, he's slowly been moving. Well, I shouldn't say slowly. This is his mounted BSB. So it's been moving over after he saw Scuds was dying. So it only took him a turn or two to reposition it all the way over to here to get some inspiring. So, and then the monster did have enough room to hit Rakaz. So yeah, that's gonna hurt because Rakaz is already up there. 9 wounds, I think it looks like. So he kills the. Keep trying thinking frost claws, but they are scorch wings. He kills scorch wings, as expected. He kills Rakaz, which, yeah, that's about right. So he ended up Bane chanting it, so it was Crush 3 with Vicious. So yeah, that definitely should finish him off. So and but he doesn't take out anything else on the left. So my turn. This is how it looks. So top of 4. We go ahead and take the flank from the Skylord, front with the Ancients, and our Fire Ellie was able to just was able to see over this individual, so we don't even have to withdraw. We just pivot, we connect, so we're in the flank over here as well. So and I had been shooting at these guys, so they have a few wounds on them, and I think Cloak of Death's been affecting them as well. So they should be up to like 5 wounds. So this should be enough to break them with, double flank in front here. Uh, I didn't kill these guys with the fire rallies. I think I wavered them last turn, but they were double rallied last turn, and fire rallies hitting on 4s. Sometimes they don't do enough. So yeah, we're gonna try to shoot at the individual this turn, and pick everything else up out here would be great. And we go into the regiment up here. We go back in here, and we go over here. So we lost Rakaz, so now we don't have inspiring on the right flank, which stinks. And we definitely will not be getting the support of inspiring out there anytime soon. So combat, we do shoot off the individual, which is great. That removes inspiring out here. Because I think Twitch isn't inspiring. Twitch might be inspiring. I think he had it still. Anyway, we kill him. We overrun with the Ancients and reposition. We killed one of the regiments of these guys. I don't know if we've rolled for the other one yet. Um, this I think is might be Jared's turn. Might be skipping ahead here again. Yeah, we failed on this. I think I rolled Snake Eyes this turn, um, which isn't the end of the world, but it's annoying when little rats are holding you up. So we kill everything on the left flank besides this regiment of rats. Um, and I did not kill this regiment of rats either, I believe. So he comes in and double charges me. Good news is he's hindered now because of the obstacle, and he had already popped J boots. So that helps us out. He is going to get Bane chanted though, so we're trying to stay alive. And these guys are doing all right. They've had a little bit of life leech because of the fire elementals being in range. So we're, and Radiance of Life has been hitting them with the Phoenix that returned too. So we're trying to keep them alive as best we can. Yeah. And I'm sure these guys have gotten up to a decent amount of wounds, but he countercharges me, which I'm up to a decent amount of wounds as well. So it's not going to be pretty. And there it is. He picks up these guys who were the ones that took the charge from Scuds, so they were already pretty heavily damaged. He also picks up the Rhino Cav over 2 rounds of combat, which is probably about right. I had no inspiring as well. But the good news is we stuck around with the these guys here. So I believe he wavered them, but I rolled my headstrong, so I countercharged the tunnel runners who are already up to a decent amount of wounds, and then just reposition. So yeah. So this is our turn 5. We're gonna flank and front charge because I mean they're devastated. I think at this point anyway, but screw it. We're gonna get something out of these guys. This rat unit should already be damaged as well, so we're just finishing it off with the monster. Poor blurry picture here, but we're going in shooting as well. So we kill the regiment, which is great. And I think we waver the tunnel runners if we don't kill them. Yeah, we wavered the tunnel runners this turn. So, but hey, we killed the little rat unit, so we're starting to move over. So this is pretty good. We're holding the tunnel runners on his half of the board right now, and they shouldn't get let go between shooting and everything. We should pick them up. So he really only has 4 unit strength, 5 with the monster, and we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 11, 12, not including the horde, which is another 4. That is on his side or will be on his side here by the end of the turn. So we're in pretty good shape to win the scenario at this point. He chooses, you can see here, he chooses to not charge with the horde into my horde because he wants to get the unit strength across, I believe. So, and I think he thinks the chariot, which has rampage, uh, should be enough to pick up this unit, but I'm not sitting too bad health wise. So, um, yeah, but it's hindered going through this muck stuff. So the flank, he's hitting on 5s. I think he's Bane chanced it, so he's wounding on 2s with vicious, but yeah, I think he only does like a handful of wounds is all on his turn here, and so he marches over. So we live, we stick around. I think he wavers me, but we're alive. And I make my headstrong roll, so I countercharge the monster. I bring the Phoenix up. We're healing at this point to keep this horde alive. And we went ahead and double, triple flank charged over there. Flank charge, something like that. We flank charge. We killed him. Uh, and then we killed the monster and stayed looking like this. So on his bottom of turn 6, he turns to face and stays in the muck over here. So we roll, and there is a turn 7, and I decide. I mean, I'm at this point I'm winning, so I decide let's just go for a bigger win. Or maybe this is turn 6. This is turn 6. Yeah, this is turn 6. Sorry. So I decide let's just go for a bigger win. I start walking the source over, exposing a flank. But I have a decent amount of shooting, and he's on a decent amount of wounds, and I just need to waver him, and then this works. Yeah, he has cover, but no, well, I failed to waver him. I rolled pretty poorly for the shooting, so he charges me, kills me, and then we roll for a 7. There is a 7, so I say, all right, I'll just move my stuff forward and we'll shoot at you again. Um, and I think I needed a 4 twice to kill him, and I roll a 3, so I waver him. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. So we still get the win. We get a pretty decent win. I think it was 18 or 19-point win, one of those two. Like I said, we were already in the green as far as this game. The closest person to us was Travis, who we had just beat. So in order for Trav to jump us, we needed to lose this game, and he needed to get a really big win. So just drawing this game is all we needed effectively to get the lock in the best general at least. So at this point, game's over. We still get the win. Little I would I don't know. I wouldn't say necessarily sloppy, but a little bit of a gamble or risks that we took that didn't pay off. The shooting just didn't come through at the end with us for us, but I don't think that's I don't think it was a bad play. I think that in another tournament in a different situation where I'm looking to get as many points as possible, I would probably do the same play. Because a hindered charge from the source or the ceremonial guard, it's probably not even going to do as much damage as all my shooting combined. So I think shooting was still the right choice. And taking a front charge versus a flank charge, those guys were pretty heavily damaged, so they were probably going to die either way. Um, so just something that in hindsight, it looks like I could have played it better, but it really could have played out a different way, and it would have worked. So play the odds, and it didn't work out. But in the end, we got the win, so no harm, no foul there. And my club, the Outlanders from Omaha, we all did pretty well. So I took best overall. Travis won his last game against Michael Sigler's Rats. So he took best general. And then Billy Hettinger, our other clubmate that came with us this weekend, he took favorite army or player's choice. So he got the painting award. So that left the sportsmanship award to go to uh, uh, one of the Westerholds, Natalia Westerhold. So yeah, so the Outlanders, we had a couple guys drop that weren't able to make it. Jason Burr from Minnesota was going to be ringing with us, but due to the weather, he had to cancel. And then Sean Vilmont from Omaha as well had to cancel because he runs a snowplow. So when the weather gets bad, he's not able to make it to the events. So we went 3 for 3 on awards, so we did great. Really happy with the outcome as a group. And not knowing the army going in, I'm very happy with the outcome, and I think Travis was very happy with his as well. Being as we had to play each other, the the matchup was definitely in the Salamanders' favor. So, uh, all in all, great weekend. Jeff Westerholt runs a great event. The venue is out of Game Store, Meta Games. Um, Great venue. So, can't say enough good things. This is our second year going to Kings of Winter, and since they switched it up to now be in January. It used to be in December, which was really tough for us to swing. But now it's in January. We expect it's going to be a staple in our tournament season to go every year. So, uh, if you're looking at this and close to Springfield, Missouri area, definitely keep this one in mind for January of 2025 because it's a great event. So that is all for the events. My next event that you can expect some battle reports from is probably going to be Adepticon. There might be a one day that we have locally here a week or two before Adepticon. But I might be running the event, might be odd man out, so don't know if I'll have battle reports for that, but I should definitely have battle reports for Adepticon. So appreciate everybody for watching this one, and hey, we got another win. So I think ever since I started these battle reports, I've gotten some good luck. So we'll see if we can keep it going for this season. Appreciate you all, and we'll see you on the next one.